Hey Franco, it's looked like it's been really tough to get speed out of the car all weekend really, and particularly in quali. Talk me through what happened today.
Yeah, it's been tough. I think so far it hasn't been easy or what we were expecting in Bahrain. I think in Bahrain we were hoping to have be closer to Q3 and be close to that fight, but you know, it's been hard. I think at the minute we need to understand some things and try to get better. But again, it's a long process. New cars. This track is the opposite to Bahrain, very high speed, and I think we are experiencing some things for the first time. And yeah, we are working hard with the team to try and improve some stuff and try to get better soon.
What's been the trickiest thing for you personally? Because obviously the team are kind of going through, trying to work out various things with the car, but what's been the trickiest thing for you in terms of how the car feels when it's out there?
I think the energy is the trickiest one, or the one we are the least used to. The rest, it's different as well, but at the end of the day, it's an F1 car. The energy part is the tricky one, I think, for prep laps, for push laps, for how to manage it a bit better, and on the races as well with the gears and all that. I think that's one of the most tricky bits at the minute, but yeah, we are all, I think, starting to understand it better.
Bueno, Franco, ayer un poco también con algunos problemas, sorprendido, se trabajó la noche, pero no se pudo mejorar. ¿Entendés lo que ha pasado o no?
Tenemos una idea, pero es muy difícil de solucionarlo tan rápido. Lleva semanas de proceso de diseñar una parte de un auto que al final te vas dando cuenta de las cosas que le faltan o de los problemas que tiene, de lo que no. Capaz se correlaciona tanto en el simulador, pero después llevarlo a la práctica, llevarlo a la realidad en pista es difícil, ¿no? Porque lleva muchos años, espero que no, pero meses y semanas de diseño, después de elaboración en la fábrica. Entonces lleva tiempo el mejorar estas cosas. Creo que lo más importante es entender de dónde vienen un par de los problemas grandes con el auto y trabajar en eso, ¿no?
Igualmente, una sorpresa porque en Bahrein se estaba competitivo, también es un circuito totalmente distinto. ¿Crees que afecta también el tipo de circuito o es un conjunto de cosas? Porque vos llevabas el auto lo máximo que podías.
Sí, es totalmente distinto, así que hay que va a haber que trabajar para entender todas esas diferencias, ¿no? Y creo que vamos por buen camino. Obvio que no es donde queríamos estar, pero hay que laburar. Creo que en Bahrein esperamos estar peleando por entrar al Q3 y ahora vemos otros equipos, Visa, Callap, Audi. Hay un par que están muy fuertes comparado con nosotros y hay que entender el porqué, hay que intentar mejorar esos temitas que nos faltan y va a ser importante traer las mejoras rápido, ¿no? Porque si bien es un campeonato largo, para progresar va a ser importante evolucionar rápido también.
Hey Pierre, I know yesterday it was feeling pretty tough in the car. Just talk me through how things improved or got worse today, really.
Let me take a second. I will say it improved, but not enough. So yeah, I mean, obviously I think we're all disappointed. We want much more than that, and it's just not good enough. My side, I'm pretty happy with the laps I've put out there. I managed to be right at the limit of the car, which has been pretty difficult to drive. So I think it's just a big change. Still a lot of things which we need to work on: tire prep, energy management, getting on top of all the new regs, setup and chassis wise. But yeah, there's some work to do.
How much of a surprise is it? Because I know through testing it's difficult to read where everyone is, but it looked like you're in a really good spot. So like here, it just doesn't come to fruition.
Nothing to take away from testing apparently. So I mean, yeah, we look better in testing. At the end of the day, testing doesn't matter. It's, what happens on Saturday in Australia, and unfortunately we got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're behind cars. Other cars and more cars than we'd hope. I still feel a lot of things are suboptimum, and I'm sure we'll be able to improve, but we're definitely starting slightly further away than we would have liked.
Hi everybody from a grey and windy Melbourne. So tough day for the team here. We said before Melbourne that we were not sure about our position. Well, there's nowhere hiding in F1, so we now know where we are, which is not where we thought or hoped we were going to be. We left Bahrain confident that we were going to be kind of best of the rest outside the top 4. It's clear that's not where we are after 2 days of running and particularly qualifying today. We know what the problems are, we know where the areas are that we need to work harder on. We're obviously on that already. The positives are our long run pace is better than our short run pace. Our reliability is good, so we've got every reason to be optimistic that tomorrow we can fight for points. Again, it's going to be tough, and a lot of our competitors have put performance on their car that we haven't currently, but that's not an excuse, that's our problem to fix. Yeah, everything's to play for tomorrow, and hopefully we can get 2 cars home and 2 cars in the points.